understand how these women think and how they view their relationship and how they don't give a fuck about their relationship and how they see their relationship as almost a crutch to their life versus like something that is actually a benefit for them. I mean, they're benefiting with the money. They're benefiting with the guy who's ambitious, right? But they want the other things. They want the intangible thing or the tangible things that aren't necessarily as important as the money. And as I started to learn this, even when I was at Equinox, it was the same exact pattern, the same exact scenario. These rich women would come around. They would talk. They would over talk about their conversations with their husbands and their issues in the bedroom, their issues with his physical appearance, their issues with his over dedication to work. And it's like, in my mind, I'm like, how ungrateful could you be? Like this.
How ungrateful could you? It's exactly the point. It's like, you're a bum that doesn't make enough money. What kind of a loser are you? Why can't you go figure something out? Go make some real money. Bob makes a whole bunch of money. You don't do shit. You're just a lazy bum on the couch. All right. So then you go and make something out of yourself and you go make a whole bunch of money. He spends too much time at work. I'm neglected. I got to go bang the personal trainer. It's like, it doesn't matter what you do. She's never going to be happy.
Yeah. I mean, it's what guys have to kind of understand. It's a tough pill to swallow.
This is why you don't live with them.
You've always got to be doing something. You've always got to try being some sort of incrementally better every day, which again, like I said, that's the whole purpose of life. Like if you're not trying to do something that makes you better every single day, like making more money, getting in better shape, being more captivating, getting in better rooms, like what kind of life are you living in the first place? Again, the women, it's an ancillary benefit. All of the things like this, like daily improvement, it's good for you. It's good for your mental health. It's good for your physical health. I mean, it's going to keep you alive a lot longer. And I think what's interesting about what he's saying is like he's talking from personal experience.
Be able to lay pipe so your girl doesn't go looking for this guy.
There you go. He's kind of talking about a very specific, small, tiny demographic, but these women are acting like this even if they don't have a multimillionaire or billionaire husband, right? The husband still is probably fat. The husband probably still is lazy. The husband is still probably like, yeah, like whatever, I'm going to pawn her off, or he's doing this because she's like, I want to get a trainer. I want to do a gym membership. And this is something that I need. It's basically a form of like, we're talking about like soft cuckoldry here. Right. So this is how this stuff emerged. This is how this cuck thing starts, because she's basically saying like, I am going to leave you if I don't get what I want. And what I want is this hot 19-year-old trainer who's going to blow my back out every Tuesday. And if you're lucky, I won't make you watch, or maybe you're going to be into it, or like whatever it is. So guys have to be, it's their only mating strategy. They're so low on the totem pole that they have to share their woman with another guy, or else they'll have no woman at all. And so I know he's talking about a very specific demographic of like rich wife or rich housewife of Bel Air or whatever, but this absolutely still exists. The average 40-year-old wife out there with a guy that can't be bothered to do anything, like to change the channel or do anything on Sundays because he's busy watching football all day, or he just wants to go fishing with his buddies. These women exist by the literal millions.
This guy that you're married to, this multimillionaire, is out here doing everything possible to keep your life beautiful. But you go to this personal trainer who possibly would financially ruin your life to get something, the 10% that you don't have. So it was an interesting dynamic where I realized that a lot of men really think that like, okay, I can give.
Again, he's just wrong. Like these women aren't going to him looking for a relationship. They're trying to get fucked. Like she's not picking you, dude. She's not saying like, hey, I'm going to move my husband out and I want you to be my new husband. She's literally just looking at you, for fun. So he's got some good stuff here, but he's off in some places, particularly this.
Like, if you've got like a 40-year-old stay-at-home mom with, your average 2.1 kids, all in school, trying to, get some attention with her days. She doesn't want to be walking around with this guy, like as a couple. She still wants the optics of, Barry, the fucking vice president of the sales team at fucking Microsoft or whatever, or the head surgeon of the hospital that
she doesn't want to be walking around with like wife beater.
She just wants to get her guts rearranged by this guy. That's it.
Yeah, indeed.
90%. And even if I don't have the 10%, it's fine. But they don't tend to realize the 10% that they ignore is the 90% that the woman wants. It goes both ways with relationships that I've noticed. When I've trained these women, I finally realized this. I was like, a lot of men think like I'm giving 90% of what I think she wants. And I don't have that 10%. And in the woman's mind, he's giving nothing because there's the 10% that she wants is the 90% that he gives. and the 90% that she wants is only actually 0% of what he gives. So there's like a misalignment in what's being given on both sides, right? That's why men cheat, because they look for that 10% that they don't have in the household. That's why women cheat, because they look for that 10% that they don't have, that means more to them than the 90% that they're getting. So it was a very interesting.
Men just sometimes
not
need
quite
variety.
right.
Yeah, he's not like right on it, but it's just like men can, like they've studied this many times. Like when women step out, they always report dissatisfaction in the household. When men step out, they never report dissatisfaction in the household. They just want to get some exercise on the side. They want some variety. That's it.
And this whole like 90-10 thing, like, oh, this man is not giving her. She wants the 90% she wants is only the 10% that I see where he's going with it. But again, he's essentially implying that women just want a guy that's going to be at home, doting on them, paying attention to them, caring about their wants and their feelings and their needs and being super attentive. And women don't like that. They all say they want it. So this is the problem. He's like, oh, I'm listening to these women and they're telling me these stories. I'm like, yeah, dude, they don't know what they're talking about. Like, mistake number one, you're listening to women.
Pause on that thought for a second, because whenever women ask for that shit, we always know that it's like they want it from the guy that they're attracted to.
Yeah.
That's the part that they leave out, right? It's like, oh, I want a nice guy that dotes over me, but I want it from the guy that I'm attracted to.
Yeah.
Right. Like they never say that part.
Yeah. Yeah. We had the conversation on Tuesday with like ladies' night. Trope, like, oh, it's really hot when the guy does the dishes. I'm like, no, because you're already thinking about a hot guy doing dishes. Mm-hmm. Doing dishes is not inherently hot. Yeah.
All right, guys. I really hope that you enjoyed that clip. If you want to check out the full-length podcast episode, you can find that right over here. Also, make sure you visit my website over here where you'll find my supplements, the opportunity to book me privately one-on-one for coaching, and most importantly, my new School of Unplugging, which you'll find on the courses tab. Newer to the channel, hit subscribe.